This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions, a media education company.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is the AVIOT podcast. My name is Jay Stokes, joined by Koya and Jay Random. We are all your gracious co-hosts of this episode here. How's everybody doing?
Chilling.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, so Random texted the group and said we have to get this podcast episode underway because some news came out recently, and I'll let y'all take it away. Whoever wants to start this one off.
We'll let Jay Random do it.
Me?
No, Jay Random, you got it. You were ready.
Okay, well, today I was on IG. I was on Instagram today, and I saw a new clip from Megan. What was her name? Megan Thee Stallion? I guess.
Yes. Stallion, which is a non-castrated male horse.
Jay Stokes and Megan. So anyway, okay, so for those that are under a rock, Megan, she was shot, and she was in the car with Tory Lanez, her best friend, and Tory Lanez bodyguard. And no one never knew up until yesterday who did the shooting. We just assumed it had to be Tory Lanez because the best friend of Megan basically said she ain't shoot Megan. So yesterday, Megan went on IG Live and got fed up and just aired out Tory Lanez and basically told everyone Tory Lanez shot her. And the reason why she said she did it is because Tory Lanez and his publicists were basically spreading a bunch of lies about the situation as far as she was jealous because he was flirting with Randy Lock when they were at her house at the particular time, which she said that wasn't true. Megan said it wasn't true. And also how Megan was fighting him and beating him up. That wasn't true, she said. She said an argument. She never really said how the argument happened, but she said they were like 5 minutes away from her house. And she was like, all right, she got out the car. And Tory Lanez was in the back seat and started shooting.
Yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit. This nigga from out the back seat of the car started shooting me. You shot me. I ain't get cut by no glass.
That's how she described it. So the cat is out the bag. Everyone's always speculating. I know even I was speculating. Was this true? What really happened? You know, was it glass or was it bullets? And she actually showed her foot a few days ago, showing, you know, I guess her wounded foot.
She showed her foot? I didn't see that.
Yeah. Coy, you saw that, right, Coy? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. If you go to her IG.
Bandages on it, but not like the actual wounds. I didn't see.
Yeah, she took the bandages off. She showed the foot. So now she's basically saying, yeah, Tory Lanez, you shot me. Ooh. So now the question is,
her foot look
now the question is, what's going to happen to him?
Her foot look bad.
Ooh. Yeah, it does. You know, so now he has to be deported. Now he has to go to jail. You know, so It's kind of like, wow. And I think for her, I wish she would have just done it from the giddy up. Don't wait to see how shit was going down, because it's kind of seemed like, I think it all goes back to domestic violence. And when someone does anything like that to you, you should never hide it. Just let it be known. Let it out. Tell your truth in the beginning, because I was even kind of confused on what the heck happened. Because when it first happened, it was like she didn't get shot. Somehow fragments of glass got her foot. So that right there just made the story more questionable. You know, her coming out now, I'm glad she did. I wish she would have came out with it earlier, but now it just leads to now what happens to Tory. But Tory is not a U.S. citizen. He's from Canada.
So, Cory, what's your thoughts on everything?
I just felt bad for her. The fact that why would she lie about being shot, first of all? So I never thought it was glass. If she said she got shot, she got shot. Like, who lies about that? It's easy to find out if it's true or not. So, like, the type of jokes they were making, like, oh, he found out she was a man and he shot her. Like, that's not even funny.
Oh,
so
I didn't hear that. Ooh.
Yeah, everybody was making that joke. Like, oh, yeah, he realized she was a man, so he shot her. But that's not okay. Black women, I agree with everything she said about how, like, you know, we're not protected a lot of times. You know, like when we say something, even with the hospital, we could say we're in pain. They don't believe us. Like nothing we say is valid.
That's very true.
So that's probably why she just felt like, you know, who can I tell? What difference is it going to make right this second? But she said because the police were there and she was trying to save him, still protect him after he hurt her.
But let me tell you why they saying that. The police come. I'm scared. All this shit going on with the police is shooting motherfuckers for anything. The police was literally killing black people for no motherfucking reason. Soon as the police tell us all get out the motherfucking car, the police is really aggressive. You think I'm about to tell the police that we, niggas, us black people, got a gun in the car? You want me to tell the laws that we got a gun in the car so they can shoot all of us up? Nigga, I'm scared. It's a fucking helicopter over us.
So that says a lot about her as a person. I just feel bad, and I hope she make sure that he gets fully prosecuted. Like, don't take it light on him. You took it light enough. You should have said something right away.
Yeah,
I agree. She should have said something right away.
I'm really confused as to what led up to that. I'm sure there had to be alcohol involved. It has to be. Or do you think he's just a hothead like that and he just popping off? You know what I mean?
On Quarantine Radio, he was shut down from like it was water. So I'm sure it was alcohol involved that time of night, and they're all hanging out at the last house. I highly doubt anybody was sober in the car. That probably sobered them up.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody was sober.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned the people not believing black women thing, because go back to this whole situation that happened with Trey Songz that recently came out, where you had these OnlyFans, a friend of an OnlyFans model named Selena Powell, that was the OnlyFans model, was alleging that Trey Songz like peed on her, and then he was doing some weird sexual stuff to her. And another woman said that as well. And these women happened to be white, but then people weren't believing Keke Palmer back, I think, from 2017, where she said that Trey Songz was trying to sexually intimidate her at the filming of a music video. So it shows time and time again, you have black women that are complaining about X, Y, and Z, and no one is taking them seriously.
Not even black people, not even black men. I feel like black women always go out their way to protect black men. And then most of the time, they just treat us like a doormat because society treats them like one. So it's like, we're like the bottom of the food chain.
That's a little bit more complex. That is a little bit more complex. Because I think a lot of times what we're seeing a lot of images of black women being mistreated by black men. Black women get mistreated by everyone, number one.
That's correct.
And number two, when we talk about that, we're also not talking about the images where black men are actually protecting black women that go unnoticed.
There are some.
Yeah, I don't think it should be praised when you protect black women, because as a black man, that is what you should do off rip. But I feel that those stories don't get talked about enough. And then we get into this narrative where it's like, oh, black men don't have black women's back. I'm just like...
Did you see the girl, she's on double XL freshman class. I think her name is like Shaka something. She's a rapper. And she said something to the extent like, now this is just her statement, but she said black men don't protect black women they're not attracted to. And she said, as a big black woman, she feels as, because she's not the ideal standard of beauty.
I think it's like Chica.
Shaka somebody.
Yeah, Chica.
I don't know. But yeah.
I really don't think that's true, because even with the Trey Songz scenario, you can even flip it to that scenario. You can say that black people in general, I'm not going to give it a certain gender, but they'll protect black men that look attractive, black male celebrities that look attractive. So I think
I agree.
That's just a people thing. But I don't think that this narrative that black men will only protect black women that they're attracted to, I don't agree with that, because we've seen... I think
that was a broad statement, but the comments, a lot of people seem to agree with her. And I was like, well, what have y'all been through? Because I don't feel like, like you're going to protect your aunt. You're not attracted to your aunt. You're going to protect your mother. You know what I'm saying? So don't say that. It's like too vague of a statement.
Yeah, that's not true. I'm thinking about, remember that situation? I have to look at the details exactly, but there's a situation where I guess this black woman was being intimidated at her house. And then she posted like a note at her house, and black men came out and camped outside her house for like a month or something like that to make sure she was good.
It took shifts.
Yeah. I got to get the exact...
Lady in Long Island.
It was in Long Island?
Black lady in Long Island. And this group of like younger black guys would take shifts and make sure that she and her daughter were protected at all times, because her neighbors kept harassing her and threatening her.
Wow.
Random, you had something to say?
No, all I was going to say was I agree with Cory 110% as far as it seems that way. I just know, like, personally, like, for me, because Cory and I, we're siblings. That's my younger sister. I love her to death. And we experienced a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not saying it's Cory and I, but, just like with people that we know that are in abusive relationships. And I think we got to get more to the root of why men or people in general. It could be women too. It don't have to be just a man that protects a woman. It could be women that protects a woman too. I think the reason why I think sometimes a lot of these people that are in abusive relationships, they stay. And we can't fight you all the time. Your boyfriend is bust you upside the head and then you taking him back, because then it becomes tiring. So I think it's deeper. That's why I think a lot of people don't know when to come to your rescue, because they don't want to come to your rescue and you back with dickhead the next day. And it's like, well, damn, now I'm locked up in jail. He's out and you back with him. So when do I come to your rescue? When is a good time to come to your rescue? Are you over him? Because if you're not over him, then I don't mind fighting all the time, but it becomes tiring. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, when do we come to your rescue?
Well, that sparked my memory on something. I'm trying to get the actual article, because there was a time where these black men were protesting outside of an Asian nail salon because these people attacked black women there. And so then they were protesting, and the black women went back like the next day or something, or a little while later.
You know why they went back?
To the salon, and these black dudes are like, why?
You know why they went back?
Because they discounted the prices.
Exactly. So once again, it comes to, it's not about the black man or people in general not coming to save people that are in abusive relationships. It's just, we don't know when. We don't know when to do it, because I'm not going to waste my time if you're going to turn around and give this person another chance. And now my life is ruined because I tried to save your life all the time when you weren't really ready to be saved.
Yeah, I think this was in Brooklyn, by the way. I think.
Oh, no, I seen it. And it was crazy because he got all these black men that was protecting a situation that happened with a few black women that went to this nail salon. Yeah,
there was an eyebrow. I think she got her eyebrow job, and her eyebrows were done wrong. So she got into a fight with the Asian people there, and then they beat her up. And so these black guys come back and they're like, yo, we're not standing for this. I'm like, why isn't y'all talking about black men don't protect black women? This is a time where you're getting this protection, but then you don't want it because you're going back to the nail salon, not the actual person, but I'm just saying other black women are starting to. And even going to your domestic violence situation, Random, obviously, intimate partner violence is a complex situation, and we don't know all the external factors that cause people to stay in relationships. They might fear for their lives. They might have children with the person. They might not be financially independent. So you have all that going on. But at the same time, I think when we're looking at like situation where you have these bad black men, we have to look at it as a situation. A lot of times, women, or black women, I should say, they're picking the wrong partners, and they're generalizing on the entire demographic by their handful of experiences based off of the people that they're picking.
Okay. No, I agree. Because let's role switch. Imagine a man getting beat up by his girlfriend, right?
Or cheated on.
How many times you think his sisters are going to go over there, or his aunts going to go over there and fight that girl before they be like, yo, listen, don't call me again until you're ready to leave, right? I mean, how many times you going to fight the girl? I think what Megan did was great. I just wish she would have done it earlier, because, I mean, there's no reason for her not to do it. She saw that he was only trying to protect herself. I mean, trying to protect himself.
That's true, but then you gotta look at other factors too. Like, did she know he had a gun in the car? Why would you be rolling around with a dude with a gun in a car?
Oh, she don't care about that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because
he has security. He has security, so he could have took a security gun.
That's true.
You don't know where the gun came from.
Good point.
He had a security in there. So, but you know what I'm saying? Megan, no disrespect to Megan or to any rapper, but a lot of rappers think they live that life, so it's like, it's okay. But I'm not pretty sure, because I was in the car, but I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't his, if the gun was his security. If it wasn't, then that's another problem. I mean, it's a problem regardless. So now I'm just curious on what's going to happen.
What do you say, Cory?
He's a felon, so if it's his, then he got a bigger problem.
Wait, he's a felon?
He's a felon? He's a rapper.
I believe so. He got arrested a couple of times.
So why I don't think he should be having a gun. Why are you hanging around problematic people? That's my thing. Like, sometimes...
But Tory Lanez was like stabbing people up and stuff. Tory Lanez was bugged out.
Yeah. I'm just like, I hate to do the victim blaming thing, but if you know someone is problematic...
That goes back to what you said.
What?
Like about people picking the right people. Like, you got to pick the right people to be around, whether it's a relationship, whatever type of...
Or friendship.
If you know he's a goon, then stuff comes with it.
Exactly. And then like, people want to cry foul when something happens, but it's like, but you were hanging around the people where stuff happens. So how are you going to be mad?
But you know what? People sometimes could you can have friends that are involved in different activities sometimes, but you don't think that the person's going to do something to you per se. You know, like that probably was her thought process. Like, oh, well, he's my friend. Like, even though he could get a little rowdy, he won't do that to me because he's my friend. Until
that's true. That is true. And that's why, like, personally,
I know, but some of them, I know, like, they'll never do anything to me. They do stuff to other people.
Yeah, me as a rule of thumb, I just don't hang around problematic people because I'm like, it could come back because you never know. The people that they get on could retaliate and you just might happen to be with that person when they retaliate.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
Then we got a bigger problem.
It's like Boys in the Hood. Think about it. Ricky just happened to be there, whatever Ice Cube's character wasn't having it with the gang member. And so the gang member comes back and kills Ricky. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're right about that. He's right about that. That's how you went out, too.
And look, and police cars at the same. Now we got police cars.
I know.
In the background.
My bad.
Great timing. Yeah, so I'm looking up that article right now where help to get the neighbors terrorizing Jennifer arrested. So it was neighbors that were terrorizing this black woman named Jennifer McLegan, who was a nurse in Valley Stream, New York. She was being harassed and a bunch of black men decided to take shifts and stay outside her house to make sure that she was good. And I'm like, that's an example of black men being there for black women and protecting black women. And I know there's countless other examples, but they just don't get publicized. It's just that we highlight the negative. Just like with black women, we highlight the negative, them being loud, them being angry. You just had a couple of experiences where you were dealing with a black woman who happened to be loud or a black woman who happened to have a bad temper. But that doesn't apply to all black women. It's just your anecdotal experience.
I agree.
Yeah. But, the media has brainwashed it to be like black women are loud and angry, black men are thugs and aggressive.
That's very true.
So it's up to us to change the narrative and have more respect for each other and support each other more. But that's always been a struggle, but that's what they want it to be. So there's a lot of work to be done.
Speaking of respect, you see the lack of respect Trump is having for these Democratic candidates and everybody that's been speaking during the Democratic convention. Oh, my Lord. It's been ridiculous.
He's a thug, too. Yeah, he's rude.
Did you see
he is rude. He is arrogant, childish. He just don't have no respect. You're right. He's just different. Mm-hmm. He's a reality TV show guy, that's for sure. He will keep your ass entertained. He's so ignorant, it's ridiculous.
Exactly.
But sometimes he really gets on my nerves, though. But he is a little entertaining, I'm not going to lie.
Cory loved the mess. That's why Cory loves the mess.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it don't involve me. I love secondhand mess, not firsthand.
But I remember after Michelle Obama had made her speech in support of Joe Biden, Trump went on this Twitter rant and he was writing in all caps, just going in on Michelle.
Now, President Trump is up and tweeting directly at the former First Lady. Here's what he tweeted moments ago. Somebody please explain to Michelle Obama that Donald Trump would not be here in the beautiful White House if it weren't for the job done by your husband, Barack Obama. Biden was merely an afterthought. Now, it is worth noting that polls show Michelle Obama is one of the most popular political figures in the country.
I'm just like, dude, don't you have better things to do, like be the president of the country?
He got time.
He doesn't. Oh, matter of fact, last night he lied. I heard him live on TV talk about, last night while the DNC were doing their spiel on Joe Biden, he was talking about Barack Obama. He was calling Barack Obama one of the worst presidents, and he was so divisive. I was like, what?
He was spying on him. Don't forget that.
Yeah, he was spying on him. He was divisive. He was the worst president ever. I'm like, dude, are you talking about yourself? Like on a bad day.
He's delusional.
There's no in hell. Yeah, no, he's definitely delusional. And that's the thing. It's like, shut up already.
Yeah, someone made a good tweet there talking about the Republican Party and saying how they never let the Democrats get over Benghazi. They kept going on and on and on about it. But can the Democrats now go on and on and on about how y'all let coronavirus get out of hand?
Damn. True that. Because let me tell you something. Coronavirus is so out of hand, it ain't even funny. Matter of fact, they had Pence on it today. And Pence was steady talking about Biden. And they were like, well, Pence, what about this new rule that you guys are trying to pass that if teachers get the coronavirus, they still have to go back to school? Wow. He said, no, they don't. Yeah, that's a new rule they're trying to pass. That if teachers get coronavirus, they have to go back to school.
But Random, didn't we tell you before that sending kids back to school with coronavirus, sending kids and teachers back was always going to be a bad idea?
Well, who said sending them back? I mean, they're trying to just open up the school. They're saying that if you got it, if you catch it, if you contract it while in school, bring your butt back to school. So now they're taking it to the next level. They ain't even trying to say, let's open school with 0 infections and see what happens. They're trying to say, okay, you got it, cool, now go back to class. So they take it to the next level.
That is the next level. And guess what? Because of that, you get situations like Los Angeles, a teenage girl ended up dying from coronavirus.
Sad.
And I'm just like, y'all really thought this wasn't going to happen? You didn't think students wouldn't be infected or impacted? Like, look at this. Like Dr. Oz said, 3%.
People are willing to take the risk. Mm-hmm. Like, that's okay. And I said that to somebody. They was like, well, that's not that bad. I'm like, are you crazy?
What if that's your kid?
That's terrible.
What if that's your kid?
Right.
It'd be bad.
Of course, they don't have any kids.
Rate.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
they don't have any kids. That's why. That's not that bad because they're not a parent.
No, that makes sense.
Like, anybody in their right mind would know, well, let me not jeopardize my child to be within the 3%.
Exactly.
You don't know who it's going to be.
The 3%.
They're not giving out name tags.
So, did anybody watch it last night, by the way?
I did. I was pleasantly surprised by Joe Biden's speech because I thought this man was about to fall asleep at the podium, but he actually was.
I thought he did fall asleep.
Nah, he was actually pretty engaging. He tried to connect everything to his personal story about how he lost his son, his wife, and his daughter. So he actually spoke.
Whoa. I think you need to clarify that. You just said he was talking about how he lost his wife, his son, and his daughter. I thought he only lost his son.
No, so he was married previously. And
yes, you're right. Okay, yeah, you're right. Car accident, right?
Yeah, I think it took both his wife and his daughter, right?
Yep, you're right. Okay. I just want to make sure we ain't talking about the new kids that were just talking last night.
Oh, no, that would be terrible.
That's all I was going to say. Wait a minute. Yeah, I totally forgot. Yes, he was a single dad and got remarried. You're right. Sorry about that. I just wanted the clarification. That threw me off. I was like, wait a minute.
And Cory, check this out. Biden was married for 6 years before his wife and kid died.
He was married for 6 years?
6 years.
So they had,
And then his wife and kid died in a car accident. The wife of 6 years.
That's sad.
It is.
And then his son from his previous
I didn't know he was
marriage. He died recently, right? 2 years ago?
Like 2013.
And how did he die?
Brain cancer, right? Yeah. Brain cancer.
Yeah.
Sad.
Sorry, Sleepy Joe.
Tragic story.
And now for a quick commercial break.
Hey guys, as you can hear, we are unapologetic in our opinions. We may be politically incorrect or possibly wrong, but don't knock us for being ourselves and saying what many are too afraid to admit out loud. Anyways, if you have any thoughts or questions about our show, email us at chemistryproductions@gmail.com. That's K3MISTRY productions@gmail.com. We'll be sure to address whatever you have to say.
Oh, I gotta say though, and this might get you a little fired up, Cory. So I saw Bernie talking on the Stephen Colbert show. I was like, yo, he was just very eloquent, well-spoken, funny. I just thought of you. I was like, dang, Cory might have had a point.
We dropped the ball again. Bernie gonna outlive us probably. The man is capable of being the president, like flat out.
Yo, listen, I must admit, Cory, to be honest with you, I never ever gave Bernie a chance. I say, like, listen, I ain't like how Bernie's face looked. I ain't like how his face looked. Look, I ain't like how his face looked. I just
see how we are?
Judge him on his face.
Everything is based on how people look. That ain't even right. It ain't his fault. He old as hell. I'm telling you, he still might outlive us.
Old and look like a turtle. So yeah, he threw me off.
He don't deserve that.
Nah, he did. Okay, you got a point. But hey, listen, we got what we got now. So now we gotta just back him. And hopefully he can make it.
Yo, but speaking of Cory saying that people care about how you look, did you know that Kamala Harris is 5'2"?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, but you would never know the way the camera is always angled when she speaks. You would think she's taller than what she is, and that's a trick because...
That's purposely done.
Yeah, because people won't take a short person seriously. No offense. People won't take a short person seriously.
Don't do that, because I'm 5'2". Excuse me?
Oh,
excuse me?
Ooh, that was hilarious.
Oh, wait.
That was funny.
You know that was a jab, too. Don't do me like that.
I was waiting for Cory to jump in, too. I was like, Cory, were you going to jump in? That's a jab.
Well, you have to pay attention, that's why.
It's strategically done with the camera because, it's a certain position that they want her to fill. So, yeah, the illusion trick, okay, fine. But don't say the part about can't take us serious because we're short now. That's just crazy.
Oh. Man,
that's just cool.
Yeah. Now you see about Tory Lanez, you better take him seriously.
Well, that's the double standard though. Short men, I told you I can't date them. They can't protect me unless they rowdy and pop guns, and I don't want that. I want just a big, strong, tall man.
A protector, someone who's going to be a force, someone who's not going to take any mess, who's going to be able to help them out when they need something.
Man.
Exactly.
Nope, can't do it.
And that's the thing. Like a lot of women like taller men. That's the thing.
I got too much mouth. I don't want to be no little man outside and somebody thinking they about to run down on me because my little ass boyfriend right here, he can't do nothing.
See?
What the hell? Good enough, you know?
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Tory did it to himself.
He dropped the ball. Dropped the bag, dropped everything. He was at the top of quarantine. Like, this is as popular as he's ever been in his entire career. And he just dropped it. Lost it all.
Do you think there's any way that he could ever come back? No.
It's not like he hit her with his hand. Like, you strategically pulled out a gun and pulled the trigger. Like, it's over for you. Ain't no coming back from that. If he comes back from that, that says a lot about us as people.
Well, what if listen, Takashi, if Takashi and George Zimmerman are still allowed to walk this planet, then I guarantee Tory could probably come back.
Takashi, George Zimmerman should not be walking around. I stand by that one. But Takashi, on the other hand, like, those people weren't really his friends, and they were trying to kill him. So at that point, why are you trying to protect people that want you dead?
Takashi was a menace to society, is a menace to society.
Like, you think he really was? I think that was a facade. I think that's just like, let me dye my hair and act the fool to get on. Remember how Nicki Minaj, she came out, goddamn chicken wing necklaces, pink wigs, just people do anything for fame. Like, negative attention, good attention, they'll take it either way. I don't think he was really about that. He just happened to be a Mexican from Brooklyn.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think he was really about that. He folded too fast. Bobby Shmurda ain't fold. Free the real.
He's still in jail.
But he's more respected. You're better off sitting there if you want respect from people. If you come home too early, we already know what's up.
You're looking at, 70 years or something like that? He's looking at a long time.
Who? Takashi?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And I think that's another reason he folded. Y'all try to kill me, did all this and that and the third. They're not really your friends. I don't know. I'm not saying I will rat per se, but I see why he did. Yeah. I don't know what I would do. But if I did rat, oh well. I want to sit in jail. What's poppin'? Oh well. What you want me to do?
You got something to live for. You got kids, so it's different.
Okay. And y'all try to line me up too? Oh, baby. Y'all going right on down. You need first, last, and middle name? Get out of here. Try to kill me.
Nah. Listen, I've got the social security number.
Okay. Mama address, what you need. I think it's a preference thing, guys.
It is.
All right, guys. Well, I gotta get they went like 30 minutes ago. What? All right, guys, I gotta go.
I'll see y'all later.
All right, y'all take it easy. Peace.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.